Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're getting a first look at the new DLC, Battle of Arnhem for Valor and Victory. This battle takes place during Operation Market Garden between the dates of 17 and 26 September. Upwards of 6,000 troops were lost or KIA or became POWs on the British side, and a total of 10,000 were deployed. Now, with that being said, this video is going to serve two purposes. It's going to be an absolute beginner's guide, so we're going to play through a few turns. We're going to dive into the order of battle, and it's also going to be a first look. So now with all that being said, there will be 3 links in the description below. One is for the Steam store for Valor and Victory, obviously. The next will be introduction to order composition or allied order of battle. And the last is going to be a 7-page report on the Battle of Arnhem. So make sure you check those out. If you guys really enjoy those links, let me know, and I will continue to post them. So as a new player, I'm going to dive into a few things, or as if I were a new player. I have a lot of experience with this game. I played it PvP. I've competed in a few of the tournaments. Overall, it's a ton of fun to play, in my honest opinion. But the first thing you need to do as a new player is I would turn off Fog of War. It's a new addition, but it depends on how you want to play. I played the whole time PvP without it. I don't know if things are changing. The next, I would change dice bias in your favor if you're a new player. That way the game's not as jarring to you as someone who's picking the game up, because it's honestly like 50-50. So when the dice come up, it's equally based in your favor as it is in the PCs, and it's a small tactical war game. So you're going to start racking up casualties, and it's going to melt your mind without that dice in your favor. Beyond all of that, let's dive into the order of battle. This is what I really wanted to talk about during this video, was the Axis order of battle, because it's really going to allow me, or allied order of battle, to talk about the game and its mechanics. Overall, I think we're going to do attacks on the road bridge, but the order of battle, a lot of players in game companies skimp over this, but Valor and Victory, they really like defined it, so you understand your troop composition, you understand what you're going against, what your weapon systems do. Right? Because a lot of games say, oh, you're attacking an unknown force. So during Operation Market Garden, if you deployed U.S. forces, they took off their Scream and Eagle patch off the 101st, so the Germans didn't think they were fighting an elite force. Right? So when you know your opponent, like the SS up here, you know their capabilities, you know their weapon systems, what they're training, their NCO core, all of those things is intelligence to how you're going to conduct the battle or operate in the battle space. So if you say, oh, we don't know, then how do you know what forces you're going to send into battle? And that's what Valor and Victory does really well, is it has this order of battle screen. You know all the units that are going to be in the battle. You have commanders, you have squad leaders, you have SS, you have just regular paratroopers, you have different vehicle types, and so that's all presented in front of you, and so you know what to expect on the battle, and so you can approach it from a more tactical and more logical standpoint, right? Because like while there are a lot of unknowns in combat, like there are also a fair amount of knowns, right? You know, we're fighting a conscript force. They're going to run away. What are their national characteristic? Are they going to mount that BMP, launch a Sager missile, and then run away, or are they going to mount the BMP, engage the Sager missile, pop smoke, push the objective, that sort of thing? Obviously, this is World War II. There aren't BMPs and there aren't Sager missiles, but that's just an example. So let's just take a look at our fighting force. Obviously, in this one, we have 14 squads. Right here, 14 paratroopers. We can see that they are armed with the Piat shoulder launched munition. They also have heavy machine guns. They have 2 Imp Mark IVs as well as grenades. So let's just dive into this. There's a sniper in play. So if you roll an uncontested 12, that sniper is going to pop on the battlefield, and you're going to be engaging it. And then the AI either needs to remove it or you need to eliminate it. Next, you have 2 Mark IV anti-tank weapon systems, right? So we know that this shield in front of the 3 means that it has additional cover, so it gets a bonus of, I believe, -1. It also has a range of at least 20, a minimum, like the whole screen, so 20 hexes, which means if it rolls less than a 6 when this unit engages you, it's going to do damage. And if it rolls less than 10 at 10 hexes, it's going to do damage. So that's all worth noting when you see this weapon system on the battlefield or in the order of battle. Next, we have grenades. We have 4 grenades. So we know 4 of these platoons, if we engage in close combat or in an adjacent hex, these grenades come into play. So if we engage one of these paratroopers and they have grenades, they're going to get a -1 when they attack us or when we attack them in an adjacent hex. Next, we make note that we have 2 machine guns in play, Bren Mark 1s. These open up machine gun fire lanes. They have 3 damage as well as a range of 6. So when we start moving closer to those hexes with the range of 6, and with the Bren Mark 1s, we need to be careful. If we just walk into that machine gun range, we're going to get lane. We're going to absolutely decimated. Next, we have paratroopers. As you can see, they have a 5 attack, 5 movement, as well as a 6 casualty rating. So they're fairly chunky, so we want to be careful at the ranges we engage this unit. And then we have several squad leaders. Right, then we take a look at the Axis order of battle. We have what looks to be, I'm not going to say that, but it's an armored transport vehicle. We want to make note of this white circle around this 4. That means it has a 360-degree machine gun. So that means that this machine gun will engage you at a radius of 360 degrees. So if someone comes up on our flank, we are going to be engaged. Or they are going to be engaged. Next, we need to make note we have SS now. We have a stronger fighting force, so we know that this force is a bit stronger. They have a bit more attack damage, but their movement is a bit restricted with a 5. All right, and they also have grenades. They also have their own machine guns, so we have our own machine gun lanes open up. However, right, we have the Axis or the attacker. So how do we set up those machine gun lanes when we're attacking? If the allies are primarily going to defend, we need to figure out how we're going to utilize that weapon system. So first things first, what we need to do is we need to launch the game. So we're going to take a look at the 6 scenarios. And worth noting, this has a Stalingrad DLC. So if you're more of an Eastern Front, it has 2 DLCs that are primarily on the Eastern Front. Stalingrad, as well as Cholm, the Winter Offensive. So we're in our command phase. First thing all new players need to do is click on these binoculars and just hover over each one of these units just to try and get like a relative idea of where this unit is on the battlefield. And then we need to come up with a strategic plan. Do we want to push down the middle? Do we want to move these SS troops over through the middle? But we also need to make note that we have 2 anti-tank guns on our flanks. How do we plan on engaging those? And we also need to see where these units are on the battlefield. As you see, we have 2 units. We have a right click on them. We can see that they have grenades. And this unit right here has both a shoulder rocket munition as well as a machine gun. So overall, this is an extremely powerful platoon right here. The next thing we're going to do, we're not going to do anything during this command phase. We're going to hit the next button, the fire phase. If you fire a weapon during this game, during the fire phase, you cannot do anything during the movement phase. So fortunate for us, we are not going to fire any weapons, but we're going to hit next, and we're going straight into the move phase. So we're going to drive this unit down the road. Remember, vehicles only work when they're selected. So if I were to click off before this last move, it's going to stop. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Remember, he has 12 movement points, and we're going to grab this SS troop, and we're going to slowly move him into battle as well while we avoid all our units' line of sight. And then we're just going to keep moving this way. Ideally, we're behind this building. We're an offensive operation. These units are not going to push us, and I don't think they're ever going to get in line of sight behind that building, so I'm going to leave them in the open. Next up, I need to decide what I'm going to do with this little mess down here. We're going to move into these buildings right here. And I think it's best to set up a little front and try and engage, get rid of this unit so we can have a bit less firepower on our front. Right? So even with that line of sight, and we're just going to just work these guys down a little bit. I think this is a dangerous position. Like if we come back to right here, like both of these spots are fairly dangerous. Ideally, I should have maybe came up along the top. So both these platoons can possibly be engaged from where they're at. If we can get a unit in play, like upwards, maybe right here, we can begin engaging these units. We'll see. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to hit next. It's going to move into AI defensive fire, which means they can freely fire on these 2 units, which is exactly what they're going to do, and it's what I would do as well. Right, and we were immediately pinned, but that's okay. We're not going into an engagement range, and he missed us. So overall, we're fairly confident in this assault. We're going to continue to try and hold it down. Ideally, I just want to get rid of this gun, but this is just a strong fighting position, as you see. So our AI advanced assault is a free movement point. I'm going to move this unit up to here so we can just hammer these units right here. I think that's what we're going to do. This unit's going to move freely as well. And now we're mostly in position. We're going to hit next, ally turn, command phase, fire. Everyone's going to recover. Now, oh, it's their turn. All right, keep missing, keep missing, keep missing, keep missing. Ooh, I didn't know this. Oh, I didn't know we were exposing like this whole left flank. We need to get these SS into position. All right, so 1 hit, 3 solid misses, no big deal. AI move phase, what are they going to do? They're not going to move at all. So we're going to continue to move our... Oh, they are going to move their paratroopers up. So how are we going to deal with that? They have a +2 defensive bonus in that position. Kind of difficult to deal with. So we can either engage combat with this vehicle when we get a chance. But we're just going to take our free defensive fires because that's what we should do as a good warfighter. Alright. Alright, all of those are going to miss. Then we're going to try. This unit's not moved, so we need to make a decision. I think we try. Negative. I just don't know if this is worth it. +1, +2, +1, +3. Lots of pluses on their side. +2. Grenades. We need to close this gap. You have a machine gun? Let's see what we get. 9 +8. We rolled a 10. Right? +2. Like line of sight modifier. We got a +1. Cover modifier. They got a +2. They got a -1. So overall 3 -1 9. So this acted in our favor. Just not worth. I don't know. Let's hit this guy up. Nope. Just no damage. No dice, right? No dice. AI advance assault. They're not going to move on us. It's fine. And so we need to be... As long as they're not moving, we're always going to have a defensive fire. Did we forget to engage this unit down here? All right, so we're back in our command phase. We're going to hit next. We're going to do fire phase. We're going to skip the fire with this gun. And we're going to... This paratrooper is just a nightmare to deal with. We're just going to... We're going to take advantage of a movement. We're going to move that unit. Move phase. So what we're going to do, we're going to dismount these troops right into there. We're going to move this vehicle forward. We're going to check line of sight. We can't click off, can we? We're going to pause. No. All right, we're going to pause. We're not doing anything right there. Just click off. Dead vehicle. Check line of sight one more time. I don't know how I want to approach this. Like with this area opened up, I really want this paratrooper gone. So we're going to just continue to... Let's do this. Oh. Oh, that was dangerous. Whatever. We're going to try and get a flank on this guy. We're just, like, right, we have a little front forming right there. We should have checked AI defensive fire. They can possibly engage these 2 units. Yep. Everyone's going to engage on top. No problem. Continue on down. Still good. Still good. Alright, AI advanced assault. They're not going to move. Our advanced assault, we're going to continue to push this advantage. Good. I mean, we could try. I mean, this is going to put us in the open if we really wanted to just dance with the devil, right? But even still, we're not on this unit's flank. We can try. Screw it, guys, right? Let's try and get on this unit's flank, see what kind of damage we can do. All right, allied turn, command phase. They're going to probably engage this unit that's wide out in the open. No dice. We have 3 units that can engage this guy. No dice. Wow, they have 18 power. We really need to... They have 15? Thank goodness. And these guys are getting a +1. All right, that's good to know. They took casualties. That's fine. As long as they're not pinned, I'm not overly concerned, right? We're just trying... Oh, that's our machine gunner. Trying to just get in play. I want to activate this unit's fire. So what we're going to do, we're going to move this unit. It's going to activate this one, and then we're going to move and close assault this guy. I think that's our best bet, okay? That's what we're going to do right there. So it's our defensive fire. We're just going to hammer him. Casualties, even better. I'll take casualties. See if we can just turn him to dust. No big deal. No big deal. No 12s, no 12s, no 12s. No 12s. Wasn't expecting much. Doesn't matter. This is just free fighting. We're just going to try and wear that, like, put that. Ooh, that's what we want. Just wear them down. Gonna blow 9. See? No damage. No big deal, right? It's going into our turn next, right? Okay, defensive fire is done. Advanced assault. They're not going to move. He won't pull that unit back. I don't believe he will. Click next. Our turn. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to activate this unit's defensive fire by our opportunity fire by moving this unit into play. Actually, because this unit's at risk of being engaged by this guy, right? No, he's not. No, he's not. We're clear. We're clear. We're good. We're good. This is it. All right. Let's hit next. Fire phase. We're doing no fires. We're going to try and continue chipping them down. Fantastic. Continue to, right, degrade. Continue to assault and degrade. Outstanding. We're going to hit next. All right, this is it, guys. Ready? Watch. These guys aren't, he's not engaging me. I hate this guy. All right. God, this is so risky, but we need him gone. It's not what I wanted to do. That's fine. Can you go there with no problem? Yes, you can. All right. We're advanced assaulting next. And up here. Close that. Rear. Ooh, can he see behind him? Nope. All right, this is for the win. Well, AI defensive fire. He'd need to rotate 360 degrees. They're going to engage that guy. No problem. Just wearing us down. But our plan's coming together. We're on the flank. All right, on the flank. No big deal. Wow, outstanding. Advanced assault phase, baby. Let's do it. That was a risk that was... Oh, no, we got it. We just squeezed that juice. All right, this is it. 4-1, 4-1, 4-1. I love it when a plan comes together. I love it. All right, guys. Like now what do we do? Like, what is the idea? I don't know. But make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, because I'm having a lot of fun that this came together up here and this came together down here. Now we need to somehow penetrate this impenetrable wall. And I have no idea how I'm going to do that. Let's take a look. Like, the only way I see us getting into this tree line right here is with our advanced assault phase. And realistically, we got to pull these guys back and try and set something up, because now they're engaged by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So this SS regiment is just going to get absolutely destroyed. But I like it when things work. So other than that, peace out, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe.